Hello, guys. Welcome to the Love and Laugh Joycast. My name's John Peters here with my fellow co hosts and comedians, Ed the Med and Cha. Welcome, guys.
Why do you say Ed first? I mean,
Uh,
C comes before E, or C
this
becomes
is
before D
true.
for
This is
dummy.
true. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I
I'm
do
always
age before beauty, Cha.
I come to think of it, we put Shaw at the bottom again.
I. That's okay. That's the only time I would be able to look up to you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
now,
How'd you
now,
do
now,
that?
now I'm on the
You,
bottom.
you just got a promotion. There you go, Cha.
There you go.
Now I'm on the
Me-
left.
me-
Oh my
me
gosh,
and
I'm
my
getting
big
confused.
pal.
Oh,
Okay, there you go.
I wasn't complaining. Well, I haven't started
Oh,
yet.
come on.
This is Hollywood Squares here.
That's right. Instead of the Brady
It's a
brats.
story of a man named Brady.
Yeah.
I'm
With something.
a horrible comedian. I can't remember lyrics to songs, so I can't do song parodies.
Really?
Yeah, I just one or two words, and then I can't. I know, Ed, you got a good memory. So
Well, in addition to puns and wordplays, I've written many parodies.
Well, I
Yes.
know.
yeah. So when are you going to learn to play the ukulele so you can sing them during the show?
No,
Yeah.
I have strummed a few. I do have a guitar. I strummed a few notes in that.
Well,
Yeah.
it doesn't. Well, you know what? If you pick on it, like me, your guitar.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, I'm going to turn this volume up,
Okay. All right.
and long as you mute him.
I can mute him at will, but we would never do that to Ed.
Yeah, yeah. You know about the will? You know the old
What?
saying, "Where there's a will."
Right.
Well, where there's a
When
will.
there's a will, there's a dead guy. No, I'm sorry.
Well, that's close enough. No, that's close. You're starting to think like I do.
That's hard.
No, where there's a will, I want to be in it.
There you go. That's
There you
better.
go.
I've written my will out, and I've included you in it, Shaw. So, if I should go before you, I'm gonna say, and you thought I'd forget about you, my will, Shaw, but I did remember you. So long, Shaw.
Yeah, you know what he left me?
What?
His bad jokes.
Bill. His bad. He left you his comedy material.
Yeah, if you want to call it comedy.
Seriously, hey, I'm gonna do definitions for CDC. You know what? Anyone want to hazard a guess what it is? CDC.
What?
COVID Drama Center.
Really?
Okay.
Because I realize I realize maybe it's too soon for some, but this is a comedy show after all. But what if we treated everything like COVID? There's a new variant, and this one is the most horrible one. Every variant is the most horrible one. It's always going to be doomsayers that amplify whatever we go through.
I mean, I remember waiting outside because you had to wait outside in medical buildings and you had to have your mask on. And I was saying, you know what? If I wait any longer, I'm going to get a tan line. And I did.
That's true, especially if you live in Florida.
Yeah. And it saved me from, cost of lipstick. And I didn't have to brush my teeth as much. So it did turn out okay.
Yeah, and then people turn green in line in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got a kick out of the people walking down the road with nobody around them with a mask on.
Well, the ones that are in the car riding,
Driving in.
No one on their side or the back, mask. And you know what? And holding their breath too. That's because Ed passed by. But anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
you know what they told me at the medical center? On second thought, Ed, take your mask off. You could scare
them. It was tough dating because you didn't know what the guy looked like. I mean, it's like being in a bar. It's dark, and all of a sudden you go, but this is worse. I mean, it's like,
yeah. And then you use the same mask over and over, and you dread having to put that smelly thing on. Oh, it's horrible stuff. Horrible.
It was.
Yeah. Well, listen, on a better topic, it's 2022. It's a new year. How's it going so far? We're on January 6th. How's 2022 for you guys so far?
So far, so good, overall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't had a date since last year.
Really? Okay. Somebody give her a date.
Okay.
Dial 1-800.
I'll give you a date, January 7th, 2022.
Yeah, I know.
We're going to post this on our website. Date Shaw now in 2022.
Yeah,
Speaking of dating, the topic of date or no date, which I did a whole comedy routine on, because nobody really agrees on what a date is. You know, it's a date. It's a date if I pay for the check. It's a date if you're whatever.
Oh, here we go.
When I was in the Navy, they said, if an enlisted date an officer, it's considered fraternization. So I asked the question, "What's a date?" I kid you not, nobody gave me the same answer twice.
Well, you weren't. I think he wasn't listening.
No, I mean, nobody could really define what a date is or isn't.
Oh, I can.
There was no concrete definition, and yet they said enlisted could not date officers. Well, I bet a rule one time. I went out to dinner with a junior officer. We made a deal because we both went to the same church. We weren't even stationed together. If anybody asks, it's a singles outing.
Again, we need subtitles. What did he say? Can you? I need it. John, help me. Can you?
Well, listen. Can I make it simple for you guys?
Yes, sir.
If it's on the calendar, it's a date. If it's not on the calendar, it's not a date. It's a non-date.
All those words to say that?
Oh, let's keep life simple. If it's on the calendar, it's a date.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what, 2022 has been a good year for me. I want to give a testimony.
Okay.
We got a brand new, beginning of the week, a brand new hot water heater. Woo, woo, woo.
Wow.
Woo. God is good. And then yesterday we got a new car. Woo, woo,
woo. Right.
So God has been good in 2022 so far, and I expect great things to happen.
Yeah.
That's my testimony.
And we're going to continue with the show then?
Well, unless somebody pulls the plug or the FCC gets wind of this,
Yeah. I mean, speaking of pulling plugs, it's really interesting. Being raised in New Jersey and being German or Italian, and you're going off thinking, okay, what would a funeral look like? What would you eulogize? And so you get up there and you say, I want to thank everybody who made this possible. It's that is no joke in New Jersey. I mean, no joke. And so you get to visualize somebody pulling the plug, someone, poisoning, but we're all happy.
You nailed Jersey. You nailed it.
Yeah. You'll say you're from Jersey. They'll say from Jersey. I went, let me Jersey you. Okay. I mean, I never said Jersey. I said Jersey.
That's right. And then typecast. And
then Pennsylvania, right across the line there, right? You're in Pennsylvania. I've heard this ringing, like an ice cream truck.
Okay.
Oh, wow, went strawberry. Turned around, got closer. It was a steak sandwich truck.
Oh.
Steak sandwich. I kid you not.
Wow.
Yeah. Wonderful things in Pennsylvania.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love those steak sandwiches. Ed, have you had a Pennsylvania steak sandwich?
I mean, the Philly cheesesteaks. I mean, yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Oh, almost heaven. Forget West Virginia. Philadelphia cheesesteak is almost heaven.
Yeah.
But Charles, you're talking about Jersey and how tough it is. I actually like to share something about that. Could I do that? Thanks. I will anyway.
We'll mute them. I'll get the mute button tonight.
You guys remember? Have you ever read the cartoon Dennis the Menace?
Yes.
Of course. I read Dennis the Menace. It's a Pope Catholic.
That's what I'm talking. Everybody. But I was thinking that's a horrible name to give to a little boy.
It is.
Dennis the Menace. I mean, was the family last name Menace, Mr. and Mrs. Menace? Maybe they were mafia chop. Maybe they from Jersey, from mafia, and his the boy's real name was something like, "Hey, D'Annunzio from the Menacche family." It's real Jersey kind of kid. But Dennis was a good boy. He was just a little feisty, a little whippersnapper.
Was he ADHD, hyper, or what?
Maybe, yeah. But he wasn't. What parent would name their child a menace?
But you know what? I don't know. It all depends. It's a perception. Maybe Mr. Wilson, the neighbor, was like didn't have had a low tolerance for life and kids. Maybe he wasn't a menace after all. Do you ever think about that?
Well, that's my point. And I think Mr. Wilson had a problem. He was
Yeah.
a crotchety old dude, man. You know, he had Alzheimer's or something. But think of the name Menace. It has the word mean right in it. Meanness. Not only that, they were saying he was good at being mean. He was a mean ace.
Oh,
Right?
Oh,
No wonder he grew up and started committing misdemeanors.
oh, there you go.
See? Then he became a juvenile delinquent and ended up as Dennis the Felon.
Oh,
Instead of sitting in the corner for quiet time, he did solitary.
Oh,
And it's his parent, they gave him a bad name. He lived up to the bad name.
Yep.
So I want to talk about other ill-named cartoon characters.
Wait a minute. I got to interrupt because
Go ahead.
I do it quite well. You were talking about Dennis the Menace. Well, he grew up to be a dentist, which was a menace. I mean,
I've had a few of those.
and you're talking about growing up to be a criminal or something like that. And so, like a lot like a date, you're standing there, and the guy comes up to you, and he's a creep, and he says, "Hey, do you mind if I sit down in this chair?" And I said, "No, not as long as you don't mind me plugging it in." And there's so many different things you can say. These one-liners. It's like, okay, what? A long time ago, we used to do the Zodiac. What's that horoscope thing? Horoscope. And one of them was like, "Hey, baby, what's your sign?" Well, you think the answer is that time's up. Stop. You know. So
Okay.
there's so much trauma I've gone through dating. I really have. I can't tell you how much mascara I've gone through. So
Well, Cha, if you did one of those like 5-minute dates or whatever they are, and some guy showed up with the last name Menace,
yeah.
who would marry a guy named Dearly Beloved? I'd like to present you for Mrs. Menace. Come on. Not a good thing. That's all I'm saying.
No.
Horrible. Dennis a Menace. But now, have you ever read the comic strip Blondie?
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Remember? What's the husband's name? Somebody tell me.
Dagwood.
Dagwood.
Dagwood Bumstead. Dagwood Bumstead.
Yes.
All right.
It equals to blonde. They're perfect.
Well, it sounds like somebody's cursing him.
Yeah.
Dagwood, you're a bum instead.
Uh-huh.
It's an ill cartoon character name,
Yeah.
ill name. How about Bugs Bunny?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bugs Bunny obviously had a flea problem with Bugs. Then there's Scooby-Doo and also Winnie the Pooh. Both obviously need adult diapers. And that's all I'm saying about that.
Oh, Winnie the Pooh.
Last name, the Pooh, I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
How about VeggieTales, Larry the Cucumber? He had no arms and legs and was basically a useless vegetable.
Oh my gosh.
We need to think about these cartoon characters our kids are listening to. How about Kermit the Frog?
Right.
Did you guys know that Miss Piggy left him when she realized she was involved with cross-species romance?
No,
It's true. And now Kermit lives alone as Hermit the Frog. See, up in the woods on the hills.
that was about to happen.
So, broke his heart. And then there's Garfield the cat. He has a hairball problem, so he was renamed Barfield.
Oh,
Yeah. You ever see on the windows of the car those suction cups and there's Garfield?
Yep.
It just wants me to make like slam on the brakes, which I have.
Yep. And
Yeah.
finally, the worst ill-named cartoon character and the worst cartoon character in the world was Marvin the Martian. You remember that on the Bugs Bunny cartoons?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, he was this little Martian with a black head and just weird. It's positive that short people are mean. He was very short, and we should have laser gun control and never trust an alien in a ballet skirt.
That's true.
And if you don't know Marvin the Martian, look him up and you'll get that joke.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is.
Yeah, I didn't do that. You did it.
I did it, yeah.
Yeah. There's no.
Dennis D'Annunzio from the Menacci family.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we make you a deal you can't refuse.
Yeah.
They probably whacked. He probably grew up and whacked Mr. Wilson. I would think, right?
Well, did you ever watch the black and white TV show of Dennis the Menace?
Oh yeah.
Well, hello, Mr. Wilson.
Yeah.
But what was this? Like? You could say Mr. Wilson was a grumpy old man, but was Dennis affection starved to where he actually had to go over there in spite of the fact that Mr. Wilson was grouchy?
We've got
think Mrs. Wilson fed Dennis. That was the draw. Had to be cookies and milk from Miss. She was nice. She was kindly.
Probably that, yeah. But he actually was very fond of Mr. Wilson, and yet
That was the fun of it. He liked Mr. Wilson.
Was it because his father wasn't giving him enough attention, or?
Always blaming on the father.
These are good questions. These
Yeah.
These are good. And if anybody's listening, Chip, if you're listening, what was the reason Dennis was a menace? Chip writes, let's see, let's put it up there.
Mhm.
He said Denise the Menace changed his name when he moved from the South. He became Jay North.
Oh,
Okay. That's his real name, Jay North. Thank you, Chip.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah. But that was his sister's name.
Most of the cartoons depicted Dennis the Menace living up north because it usually has 4 seasons, including snow.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You got the 4 seasons being Jersey boys, right? Hey, did you ever notice this? You got the British, you've got people from the South, whatever, and once they sing, they all sound alike. They don't have an accent. You ever notice that?
No, I never noticed that, Chop. Tell us all about it.
I mean, the Beatles, when you hear them, do they sound like they have a British accent?
You're right. When they sing, they don't.
No,
That's a good point. Yeah.
They sound like not us.
Well, yeah, it's generic sound, but when they talk, it's really weird. British accent. Yeah.
And also, if you notice, like these newscasters, if you have a newscaster in the South or the West, what have you, they have different dialects, but not the newscasters. They all sound like whatever that sound is, the same.
Yeah.
And you would expect that, from the South to go, well, y'all, we got the weather again, and it's going to be snowing, and everyone's going to be going inside, and then, we're going to have a real hazard of time. No. They're just saying real smooth.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point. Mm-hmm. It's got to be tough being a newscaster, though. I mean, all that negative news you have to read every night. Yeah. Really, that's a bummer.
Or stay married, that's same thing. I get news for you.
Well, I was just telling John all the years I was single, and a lot of my married courts thought I was the one that had it made.
What did he say?
Say now. Tell us that again, Ed. We missed it.
I told you before earlier that all the years that I was single, some of my married friends acted like I was the one that had it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
True story. I'm not like one man. He was a good man. In fact, I met him. Oh, you're lucky. You only have to cook for one.
Okay.
This from a man whose wife cooks most of his meals for him.
Right.
All right. Chip says then Dennis, went north to Alaska, and he never ate yellow snow.
Well, that's a Snoopy thing, yeah.
All right, here we go.
Yeah. Now with Dennis the Menace, then we have Margaret. She was an ugly redhead with braids. Right. And always had that carriage going. I can only imagine what her children look like now.
Yeah.
But then again, Margaret might have blossomed into a beautiful woman. And when Dennis was a teenager, he was suddenly sorry he didn't play house with her.
Oh, yeah, probably.
You
but
think
she was
so?
Ugly. Mm-hmm.
I think she grew up to be like a supermodel, and Dennis grew up to be like a homely young adult with, just a bad attitude.
Oh no, worse. I mean, he grew up to be a brunette. I mean,
he's a brunette in juvie doing time.
Yeah. Well, he had that blonde straight hair.
Some of the weird TV shows we had growing up. Oh my goodness.
Violet. I mean, the Coyote. I mean, it's like.
Yeah. I love to look back on YouTube and play those old cartoons, old TV shows like The Lone Ranger, right?
I hope so.
Io Silver and away.
You know what? I was watching just today and yesterday, Dean Martin Celebrity Roast.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, we're too sensitive nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, they joked about a lot of things. I mean, we're all different and we can joke about that. But nowadays it's like,
Oh yeah.
why?
Yeah. They got away. Like Don Rickles, he got away with stuff that would smoke anybody else.
Oh yeah, nowadays you got to be crying over it. It's like, no, come on. Yeah, just
Yeah.
be, we
We
can
shouldn't
joke
be so
about it.
sensitive. It is just comedy. You got to be able to laugh at yourself, I think.
Well, you've all heard of Brad Stein, haven't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He did a whole take on this word. I get so tired of this word offend. It's just so unreal. Like during the Christmas time, wait, what? Less than 1,000 are offended over Merry Christmas, so the rest of us have to walk on eggshells.
Right.
Have you ever tried to walk on eggshells?
Happy holidays.
Yeah, I think it's worse. I think it's worse if you have the whole egg.
If you have what?
Yeah, it's much worse. Not just eggshells to walk on the egg. I mean, instead of it in your face, but still, I mean, it's not that bad to walk on eggshells unless they're full.
Ed,
you bring up a good point.
Ed, she's just making a yolk. It's okay.
Oh, well, I remember conditioned. Remember the Navy days conditioned yolk?
Sorry.
He was so dumb that conditioned yolk thought they were going to serve eggs.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I'm done. See you later.
You're done. That's it. That's all the comedy I have. I'm done.
I ran out.
I'm just going to be miserable the rest of the night.
Don't do that.
Speaking of miserable, when I get up in the morning, I'm like really miserable, just because I'm old. And here's what I do, and you can do this. You walk up to the mirror, you kind of like the living dead, look in the mirror and just smile at yourself. Try that. Everybody do it. 1, 2, 3. See, now that's going to do one of two things: either make you laugh or make you feel more miserable about yourself. But either way, it'll change your attitude.
I don't even bother with that point.
No.
I don't. I get up and I just walk around and I just hope for the best.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank God every day you can get up and be alive.
Well, yeah. I mean, I do gamble. I mean, getting up every morning is a gamble.
Well, this is true. There's new problems every. What did Johnny Roberts say? One day, not in the hospital or something like that. Didn't he have a saying like that?
No, his opener. How many of you would rather be here than the best hospital in the whole world? Make some noise.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
There you go. But I had to come after that. Johnny. But what if I was in the hospital and I didn't have that bad of an illness, and there was a lot of good-looking nurses there?
Yeah. I told my dad. I said, you better be good to me because I'm the one that's going to decide your nursing home.
Ooh.
So I got everything in the will.
Well, speaking of hospitals, and I've got to share this. I just had a mental picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
When I was 40, I had to get my gallbladder out.
Oh no!
And I worked most of my adult in the hospital as a med tech or a phlebotomist. But when I had my gallbladder out, they gave me one of those hospital gowns.
Mm-hmm.
So I purposely walked down the hallway of the ward, flapping out the back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
And I did it to get revenge on all the years that patients flapped me with their gowns. It was I got my sweet. Now I must, in my defense, say that I was on Demerol at the time.
Yeah.
But I got my sweet revenge.
Oh gosh, I always get confused. They say from the back, from the front, what have you. I don't know. I don't know the difference.
Yeah. It never made sense why they left your rear end stick out in those. Gowns. It doesn't make sense.
I don't know.
So.
Yep.
All right. Well, guys, anything else before we wind this up? This is kind of an early show.
Well, why are you quitting?
Well, come on. Say something funny. Somebody, anywhere.
Pick another subject and then we'll do it. Go ahead.
All right. I'm starting to do a bit on aliens. Let's talk about aliens.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if did I share this. I think the first occurrence where aliens landed on Earth was in Roswell, New Mexico.
Right.
And they landed at a Taco Bell,
got
something to eat, and their first response was, "Oof! Oh!"
Mhm.
And that's where we get UFOs,
Yeah.
UFOs.
And I think the mothership wants you back.
Oh,
I think we all agree. We all
That's
agree.
my opening alien joke.
Is
I've
it?
been working on that. Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
work on it more. Yeah.
I guess. All right.
Yeah.
I've shared this before, but here's an idea for a cartoon. Some aliens on Mars or wherever beaming a telescope toward us, saying in their own language, "Life as we know it could not possibly exist there." The catch-all phrase, "Life as we know it."
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no intelligent life on that planet, obviously. Yeah. That's,
Mhm.
I've seen that cartoon a lot. Yeah.
Yep.
But a lot of astronomers they think, well, maybe there's some habitable planets that we could colonize. But what if they take like Alpha Centauri? What if there were aliens at Alpha Centauri beaming a telescope toward Earth, thinking the same thing about us?
You have enough problem on your block. I mean, don't even go there. You can't imagine to do that.
Well, why do we assume that aliens are super intelligent? Maybe
Right.
they're like really stupid.
I mean, okay, let's just say that they are, which they do. They sound like it, whenever they're on TV type of thing, describing them. But they may be intelligent, but they're ugly.
They are.
Right? I mean, either they have one eye or three eyes, a lot like it, or small and green and bald and beautiful. I mean,
Yeah. They could be ugly and stupid and rejects of their planet,
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
It could be. I mean, why else would they come to Earth? Especially why would there be any aliens in Jersey? I mean, obviously.
Oh, there are. There are. Oh, everyone's leaving Jersey. I mean, all my friends I know.
Are they really?
Oh, the taxes.
Oh, it's expensive. Hey, look, for all my listeners, I'm from Jersey. I love Jersey. I have a lot of good memories. I got saved when I was in Jersey. But I know Jersey. So don't kid me about Jersey. I know Jersey.
Jersey, yeah.
Yes,
I don't know.
that's right.
Well, you could have been saved anywhere else. I mean,
That's true, but
Well,
out of the pit of hell.
from his jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know the way Florida's becoming nowadays with higher insurance rates, etc. Someday it may actually be cheaper to live up north.
Wow.
Because everybody, for one thing, everybody and their brother wants to move down to Florida, and then we're going to have more congestion and etc. And so that someday moving up north is going to be the great thing to do.
All right, but what about the tax revenue? You got more people moving to a state, so how is that? If not,
They lose money if they move out, right?
yeah.
Have you guys had any problems with supply chains? They say that there's a problem with supply chains and goods getting out.
Only a few minor problems. Like I went to Publix, I do my grocery shopping, and a few of my favorite items I had to wait a week or two to get.
Can't you tell there's a shortage with me? I mean, I can't get, relief from menopause. I mean, that's a supply chain problem.
Well,
That's what it is. Thanks for letting us know, Chaw.
Yeah, I mean, I'm you know what? I'm usually a sweet, sweet kid. But
Wait, what?
Yeah, I just said that. Yeah.
We're buying that.
Is there a side of you that I've never met before that you're usually a sweet?
Yeah, well, you're beside everything. But one of the jokes was, remember the Cold War type of thing? And I, think about being in the military. I'm convinced that we won the Cold War because there was how in the military, everyone is like everything you want to get, like radar. He would go in, he try to get supplies. You couldn't get it. And so, but the same thing like with the Cold War. The reason why we won the Cold War is because we ran out of Midol. So
we ran out of what?
Midol,
yeah. There was a very, very short supply of it. So
that'll do it.
I'll do it.
This from Chip Faust. I love Sammy Davis from the Rat Pack. Did you ever see him handle a 6-shooter? Awesome. Google it. Chip, I have, and that's in the movie Robin and His Hoods or something like that. Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis, Dean Martin. Awesome movie. Then he also says this here: when Martians take a bath, it's called a Hubble bubble.
Oh.
Okay. And Jersey, the
Oh,
Garden
that's right.
State.
Yeah.
Jersey, the Garden State. That's where Adam and Eve were from. Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
And why don't they call it woman paws?
that's right. But
And
the old joke is, I mean, these ailments start with men, menopause, mental illness.
this is true. This is true.
Yes.
It's all our fault. is
Yeah,
what you're
man,
saying.
Tia.
No, I don't think so. No, I don't.
Tia.
I think it's a good joke.
Oh.
It is, yeah. Yeah, they should call it womenopause, though,
There you
because
go.
men don't have it.
I mean, it pauses everything. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like, God, I can't think. I can't. it
Did you
just-
get those hot flashes?
No,
Okay, okay.
no. Do you?
Do you get memory lapse?
Nah.
Well, let's say it this way. Can you say that again? I forgot.
Do you get those? Do you get hot flashes? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I do. How am I doing?
You're doing all right. Let's see what this Chip's next thing. Why do we get the blame? Chip, we just do. The men get the blame. That's because we've got big shoulders. We can handle it.
Yeah,
And we love the women. Am I right, Ed? Come on. Round of applause for our women. We love you. I'm kissing up to the women so I don't get bad emails.
I mean, we're in this. We're in this together, right?
We are. We are.
Really is. The old thing is like when you're dating, love and marriage. Love is when you sink into his arms, and marriage is when your arms are in the sink.
Okay.
Oh, good one.
Oh, I'm obviously married because that's where I spend most of my time.
What, in the sink?
In the doing dishes. Oh my goodness.
When your jokes
I'll
sink.
probably do dishes in heaven,
Really?
Dishes and laundry. I am so domestic. Terrible.
Yeah, you're homely. Yeah.
I am homely, absolutely. I'm so homely, baby. I'm so homely.
No, ain't nothing but a cow.
I
Yeah.
want to do an Elvis song about Burger King.
Burger bar.
That's the next thing,
Really?
Heartbreak Hotel, but Burger King instead.
Why?
So I'll be working on that. Maybe next week. Tune in next week to hear John's rendition of Heartbreak Hotel as it relates to Burger King.
Really? Well, you got my intrigue.
Well, I haven't started. I just had the idea before we came on. So believe me, don't have high expectations. This is me you're talking about. Welcome to Low Expectation Comedy Show.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Dude, don't get your expectations up.
Yeah. And what we want to do once again is that we did bits. I mean, we did some jokes, if you want to call them, last week. And
Right.
we're really interested in people clean to come on and
Yes.
like maybe 5 minutes. And if you're not good in memorizing, you can have your notes there. And I want to encourage people, to try to be funny.
Yeah.
And, you just might be able to meet Ed in person. Well, forget about that. So, yeah. So anyone, where they catch you, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, just Facebook me, John Peterson. I want to be on the Live and Laugh Joycast, do some time. We will put you on as long as you're clean, family oriented.
Right. Right.
Funny is optional. I mean, look at us. We're comedians. We don't say we're good comedians. We say we are comedians.
That's right. That's right. I know it.
So, hey, listen, Chow, while we're talking about it, tell us a little bit about what Nazareth is doing.
Okay, it's Live with Naz, an hour of, I'll get this right, laughter and encouragement. And if you're interested in trying to be funny, it's a typing thing. And Naz will read it. It's got to be clean. And we'll come up with questions like, well, give me something. Give me an example.
Oh, I don't know. What's the favorite soap a horse uses?
Okay, like what not to say to a burglar.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, can you think of anything with that real quick?
Well, I would say my wife's in the next room.
Yeah, exactly. You take my mother-in-law, please. Right.
Yeah, she's over there.
Right. And I mean, there's so many things that you can, think about and type it in and have fun. And at the end, we have prayer and encouragement. and really funny people. And most of them are not professional comedians.
Right.
And they're
Tell us about Naz. Maybe the audience still don't know who Naz is.
okay. Nazareth, this comedian Nazareth. I mean, he was before he got saved. I mean, he was with Chris Rock, Temptations. I mean, he was really into that scene. He got saved, and so he is internationally known, and he performed thousands of people at one time. And at the end, he'll do an altar call.
Mhm.
And I keep going up and I get rejected. Like I got raptured. I got sent back.
Oh.
Yeah. And he's a doll. I mean, he doesn't have to spend all that time,
Right.
with us and to encourage us like that. So
Yeah.
it's
He's a great guy.
he's a brother in the Lord and talented, absolutely talented. I don't want that to sway anyone thinking because he's like this and real. No, no. So,
Right.
so it's
I met Nazareth in person the first comedy conference I went to in 12.
Yeah.
We had done some Facebook chats. He looked at me, I know you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, he's seen your picture.
He's a great guy. We did our online virtual comedy show, and he advertised it on that show you're talking about. His night every night with Naz. So I thought I'm thankful for that. So we'll give him some plugs in return because he's just a great guy.
Oh, he is. It's 8:30 left coast time.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, good. And Ed, tell us where we can get your comedy.
Okay. I have Ed Demand Clean Comedy. I have my own website and also Clean Fun with Puns and Wordplays. And yes, I am accepting new members again. I had a hiring freeze for a while, but I've loosened up. And last but not least, my own Facebook page, Carl Graham. If you would message me, it's
Yeah, he's kicked me off a couple of times. Go beat him up, John.
I never kicked you out of anything.
And John, how do we get your comedy?
You don't. I don't have any comedy.
Okay. It's the unknown comedian.
Yeah, that's right. Remember the unknown comedian? He had
I do.
What was it? Paper bag over his face?
I do remember that.
Yeah, like Gong Show. You know what he did? He comes out with the paper on his face, everything. He goes, "Hey, show you my kids. Picture of my kids." He gets the little paper bags out, hands them out. That was too funny.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, but he didn't
All
get
right,
the.
we want to thank also Chip. He's sharing Elvis is flipping burgers in Kalamazoo, Michigan. I've been to Kalamazoo. I never saw him there. Also, I want to show two quick cartoons here, maybe three. This is one that I did this week.
Wow.
Get rid of Elvis.
Oh gosh. Well, he's got no phone booth to go into now.
No phone booth. Is Elvis at the grocery store with Lois? She says to him, "Can't you walk for once?"
Oh.
So, to me, that's hilarious. That's my Johnny brain working. I like Superman cartoons. Here's another one. We did this. If you can read it, it says, he's reading the scripture. It says, "In everything, give thanks."
Mm-hmm.
So he's thanking God for his wife, his wonderful children, and
lasagna.
Of course, lasagna.
Yeah, not necessarily in that order. Oh, gosh.
Lasagna makes the world go around. Here is the Ed and Cha. There's Ed singing, "Who let the dogs out?"
He does that same bit every week. It stinks. You need a rider.
I mean, look,
I'm your friend.
You know what? I'm not too smart because I hit you with my transportation.
The transportation.
It was a broom.
The broom.
Oh.
She rides the broom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, guys, it's been a good show.
I submitted. I'm still waiting for that Purple Heart from the Congressional Medal of Honor that I wrote to Congress 5 years ago, and I'm still waiting for the response.
You're not going to get it because I paid them all off, or I scared them all off. So
we'll make a T-shirt that says "I survived Cha."
Yeah, I mean, after I told Hal I survived meeting Cha in person, he said, "Okay, I'll take a bow on my police stories and drama."
Gosh.
I wrote a story that Johnny Roberts never had. I'm only sorry that Johnny Roberts never met you. I was hoping that he would have that privilege
Yeah, he was a
to
great
suffer
guy.
for Jesus like I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to sign out. Thank you again for being part of the wonderful Joycast, Love and Laugh Joycast. Lord willing, will be here next Thursday, and
Yes.
stay funny.
The Lord will be?
The Lord will be Lord willing, and I'm pretty sure He's willing.
Of course he is, because I'm
Nothing else
just,
to do.
we will have tribulation here.
He's got a good sense of humor. He made us, you know.
Oh, yeah.
That's my line. Yeah.
All right, love you guys. Bless you. See you next week.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.